Welcome to Factory Founder, where we uncover how the world's biggest machines are built and how they are taken apart.
The story begins in a place few people ever see, a vast open-air industrial graveyard where giants come to die. Under a clear sky stretching as far as the eye can see, lie the remains of once mighty machines of the sea. Among them, resting silently on reinforced concrete blocks, is one of the most iconic vessels ever built, the old, rusted American submarine USS Nautilus. Its hull, once cutting through the depths of the ocean with unmatched power, is now scarred with corrosion, streaked with rust, and slowly surrendering to time. The process begins with arrival. Massive transport systems carefully position the submarine into the designated dismantling zone. Workers in protective gear move with discipline and coordination, guiding cranes and hydraulic supports into place. The submarine is not simply dropped and forgotten. It is stabilized, aligned, and secured. Every inch of its structure is assessed. Even in decay, it demands respect. Sunlight reflects off the peeling navy paint as the hull settles into its final resting position. Dust rises from the ground as heavy machinery rolls into place. The dismantling process has begun. But before any cutting can happen, one critical phase must be completed: the removal of nuclear material. This is the most sensitive and dangerous stage of the entire operation. The reactor compartment is carefully accessed. Workers in full hazmat suits approach with extreme caution. Every movement is slow, deliberate, controlled.
Keep the pressure steady on that port side. Copy that, increasing flow now. We need to hit that section near the rudder next. Make sure we get it all.
Specialized robotic systems are deployed to handle the extraction of nuclear fuel. These are not ordinary tools. These are precision-engineered machines designed to operate in hazardous environments where human exposure must be minimized. Fuel rods are removed one by one, placed into sealed containment units designed to withstand radiation in extreme conditions. Cooling systems are drained, and every trace of nuclear material is accounted for. Monitoring devices constantly measure radiation levels, ensuring the safety of everyone on site. This phase alone can take days, sometimes weeks. There is no room for error.
The hull inspection is complete here.
All right, mark it down. The starboard side looks good.
We are ready to proceed with the final phase.
All right, easy on the wiring. Got it. Watch the top catch. Clear on my side, taking the weight now. Careful, slowly now. I've got the wires. Watch the angle, lower it steadily. Almost there, keep it level.
Once the reactor is fully deactivated and secured, the submarine is no longer a nuclear threat. But it is still filled with hazardous materials. The next stage begins: hazardous material removal. Inside and outside the submarine, workers begin extracting substances that cannot simply be cut or crushed. Asbestos insulation is carefully stripped away. Old fuel residues are drained. Toxic chemicals, lubricants, and heavy metals are removed and sealed in specialized containers. Everything is documented. Everything is tracked. The submarine, once a complex network of systems, is now being stripped of everything dangerous, leaving behind only its structural and mechanical core.
Secure the lines carefully. Affirmative. Bring the crane around now. Watch the wiring, it's sensitive.
Hold it steady now.
The real dismantling begins. Workers enter the interior of the submarine. The environment inside is tight, confined, and layered with decades of wear. Rust covers the walls. Paint peels from every surface. Wiring hangs loosely from exposed panels. This is where the human touch becomes essential. Technicians begin removing electronic control systems, panels that once guided navigation, communication, and combat operations. Each component is carefully disconnected, catalogued, and either salvaged or prepared for recycling.
Pull those cables. Watch the corner of the panel. Ready the cart. Keep it steady. Watch the cables. All right, I've got it. Just a little further. All right, locked and loaded. Check the tension, looks good. Nautilus is ready to move.
All right, let's get that hydraulic line disconnected. No, be careful, it's brittle. Monitoring the pressure. Slow and steady, it needs to align with the shaft.
All right, hydraulics are clear. Move it slowly. Checking the alignment now. Just a little more to the left. Keep it steady. Down a little further. Okay, got it. Move it left. Watch your hands. We're clear.
Next comes the extraction of sonar and navigation equipment. These systems, once responsible for detecting objects miles away underwater, are now carefully lifted out of their mounts using portable hoists.
Set the torch. Ready for the lift. Hold steady. Up slowly. Sparks flying. Keep checking tension. Tension good. Maintain position.
Even in decay, their complexity is evident. The dismantling continues deeper. Piping networks are disassembled. Hundreds of interconnected tubes that once carried fluids throughout the vessel. Valves are removed. Joints are separated. Each piece is handled with care, despite its corroded state. Then come the electrical systems. Heavy battery banks are extracted, often requiring multiple workers and lifting equipment. Wiring is stripped, bundled, and sorted. Copper, aluminum, and other valuable materials are separated for reuse. As the process continues, something remarkable happens. The submarine begins to lose its identity. It is no longer a vessel. It is becoming material. Reusable components are salvaged. Pumps, valves, fittings, anything that still holds value. What remains is a hollow steel shell. Now, preparation begins for the most visually dramatic phase, structural sectioning.
Verified. It's coming in. Okay, ready to secure. Slow down, adjusting the port side. Thumbs up, locked in position. Stop, hold it right there. Hold, slow lift. Align it to the mark. Just a bit higher. There, lower it now. Check the starboard side, looks good.
Workers mark the hull with precision lines. These markings determine where cuts will be made. Cranes are positioned, supports are installed. The submarine must remain stable as it is cut apart. This is where heavy industry takes over. Plasma torches ignite, blinding arcs of light slice through thick steel. Sparks explode outward in showers of molten metal.
Now. Keep it steady. Almost through. Watch the chain.
Oxy-fuel torches roar as they cut through layers of the outer hull. The air fills with heat, light, and the unmistakable sound of metal being torn apart. The submarine is no longer being dismantled, it is being divided. Large cylindrical sections begin to separate. Each cut is calculated to maintain balance and control. Cranes lift sections as they are freed, preventing collapse.
Hold it there. Lower it down slow. Watch the spark. Hold it there. Perfect. Now lift it slow. Copy that. Proceeding with the lift.
Secure the bracing on the port side. Copy that. Moving to position now. Crane, lower to grid D4.
Line them up on the forks. Moving in closer. Watch the edge. Clear the area below. We're ready here.
Secure the rigging on the aft section. Copy that. Lifting now. Watch the clearance inside.
Multiple passes are made, each one bringing the structure closer to separation. Finally, the reactor compartment, now fully deactivated, is extracted as a sealed unit. It is handled with the utmost care, placed onto reinforced supports, and moved away for specialized processing. At this point, the submarine no longer exists as a single structure. It is now a collection of massive sections. The next phase begins: material handling. Cranes dominate the scene, lifting enormous pieces of steel into the air.
Clear on the left. Ready to guide. Go, hold it steady.
Workers guide each movement with hand signals and radios. The scale is immense. Each section weighs tons, yet must be handled with precision. Sections are transported across the yard, placed onto platforms, and organized for further processing. Then comes reduction. Large sections are cut into smaller pieces. What was once a hull becomes fragments. What was once a compartment becomes scrap. And then the final transformation begins. Shredding. Massive industrial shredders roar to life. Small parts, pipes, panels, wiring, fragments are fed into rotating blades. The machines tear through metal with relentless force. Sparks fly, dust fills the air. The sound is overwhelming. A constant grinding, crushing, consuming noise. What enters as recognizable pieces exits as shredded material. The identity of the submarine is erased completely.
Keep it moving. Check the flow. Watch the sparks. Ensure the bucket is angled correctly. Looks good. Keep it moving. Watch for loose wires.
Now the focus shifts to handling. Shredded fragments are collected, moved, and sorted. Cranes and forklifts work together to transport material into stockpiles. Workers oversee every movement, ensuring proper distribution and safety. The yard transforms once again. Where there were once massive structures, now there are organized piles of processed metal. Each pile represents a different material: steel, copper, aluminum, ready for recycling.